days where I feel like I don't wanna get up, still get up. I gotta keep my head up, grinding, keep hearing that I'm next up. This year I'm applying the pressure, you know what diamonds are made of. Wake up and I put my chain on.
What's happening, YouTube? We are back. We're into the week before peak week. So this is the third video of the series. We've got one more heavy week and then we're gonna deload again. So like previously, we're gonna take you through the week. We're gonna be doing the VO2 session, hopefully, finally, at some point. And I'm gonna take you through a long run with a load of pace work in it this weekend, which I think I've got to do on my own, which is going to be tough, but the race is going to be on my own, so you've got to get used to that. And yeah, we're going to do a threshold session today on the treadmill. I've had a couple little like niggly bits, as always. So this week I've kind of done a lot of the session indoor just to try take a bit of the load off, be able to warm up properly and not be out in the cold, impel a hamstring. I've got like a weird Achilles when I walk, but it doesn't hurt when I'm running. But I think the running is causing it to hurt when I'm walking. So I'm just trying to work through that. But yeah, it is what it is. Get through it regardless. Like this week, the sessions, I missed an easy run so I could focus on my leg session as well, because I really want to like nail in these leg workouts with all the runner specific stuff. And sometimes like when I do my leg day on the hard day where I'll do like intervals now and then I'll do legs, like I'm just so fucked by the time I get onto legs. And last week I ended up having to do interval leg session and then run a long run with pace work, and it didn't feel right, which is also probably why I've got a couple little things here now. And then I obviously flew to New York, so a lot going on. What I'm trying to aim to do is get up to my peak by the end of next week, and then I'm flying to LA and I can use that as my deload, because obviously with the travel and stuff and the time difference, it just fucks you. So finish this month on my kind of like biggest, fastest kind of week ahead of Tokyo, if it's happening. At the moment, I'm not 100%. Doesn't look that likely, but you never say never. So I'm just making sure I'm ready. And if not, I'm over ready for Boston by the time April comes around. And maybe I'll try squeeze like a half marathon racing or something like that in between. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna get some food in me now quickly. A couple of dates, a bit of sugar. I'll probably take a gel for midway through because I've got to do about 10K, and I'm gonna do 3:30 pace. I'm not trying to push the pace like crazy high, but I want to do 1K intervals this week to build on the last couple sessions. I also had my lactate stuff. Nomio. It's actually pretty good. Brussels sprout juice, which is minging, so I've done that already. Just gonna get all my stuff ready, and then yeah, we're gonna go get the treadmill session in. So yesterday, because obviously things weren't feeling 100%, I had a day off when I was going to run, and then I thought I'd run today and then maybe Saturday and push a long run back. But I saw something really funny. It was a quote about, it was a guy talking from like a podcast, and he said, the devil doesn't wear horns. The devil comes when you're tired and you haven't done the work yet. And it made me think, fucking, I wish I didn't miss the session, even though it's probably like to my benefit. Just because for me mentally, I like to do the things I set out to do for the week and stuff. So yeah, should have probably done the session. I was even thinking about pushing the intervals and doing an easy one today. And then I see Jay running like 3-minute K repeats on the track. I was like, fuck, I've got to go do my interval session. So much easier on the fucking treadmill though.
weird, like I ran tempo on Monday or Tuesday, sort of Wednesday because of the flight, and I was running like a 4-minute pace, continuous, and I was in the same heart rate as I was then. My heart rate was way too high for what it should be. Yeah, it was like hitting 170 on 4 minutes, and I was like, run 4 minutes, like fine. This is fucking 30 seconds faster. Last two. Harder to breathe out this team as well. 10 seconds. That's right. Finish strong. Losing to put me off. It was good before. Fuck. Session done. Got all the paces out, 3:30, 6 reps, 60-second rest, which is good because when we did the track session last week with the threshold stuff, we were a bit relaxed on the recovery times. We were talking a lot, so it's good to be able to get the session in as it should be. And it's gave me a bit more like, not confidence, but like sometimes like you have a bad session and you think, fuck, I'm not where I need to be, right? So I did tempo on Tuesday, Wednesday, like I said, and it was like 4-minute pace, and I felt like I was struggling. I felt like I was in threshold. My heart rate was high. I don't know if it was sleep deprivation for a few days, stuff like that, but it didn't feel right. So then in my head, I'm like, shit, am I on track or whatever? And then you do a session like that, and it goes really well, and you're like, okay, maybe I am. Sometimes like your body just isn't quite there, and it's probably a good thing I had the rest day. The Coros said that I can do a 2:53 marathon on Coros on my race predictor, which is pretty cool. So yeah, maybe gaslighting me, maybe optimistic, but we'll see. So anyway, yeah, let's get on with the rest of the day. Gotta go train some chest later, and then yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow. So it's Sunday morning, a little bit late. Harry was late, not me this time, for once in my life. We're gonna do a workout today. I've actually programmed it into my watch. First time that I've done this with a long run. It's gonna be like 8K easy, 6K at 4 minute, 10 to 15, 2 or 4K easy, can't remember, another 6, and then another 8, so 6 hard, 6 easy, and then that should be 32K, which puts me over 70 this week, which is like really steady increase every week, but also like a little bit more of intensity added, so like a lot more quality. So I'm adding quality rather than just adding quantity and quantity. Got some new on kit on. Not them. I've had them for a while. These shorts are fucking sick though. These are the new half tights, and they've got a phone pocket, so you can actually put my phone in my pocket rather than It's raining. Rather than having it in my hand the whole time, which you always see in my content, I've always got the phone in my hand. And then I've got enough fuel for 100 grams of carbs an hour, so I've packed out the pockets with gels. Little gel. Going to put a bottle in Harry's line bike case, which is the perks of running with a line bike and a camera. But yeah, I'll probably take this off as well, but I thought I'd just go warm up on the first 8, and then when we get into like the reps in the park, take it off a bit. But it's just started to rain, so I might have to keep it on. But anyway, better get started, else I'm going to finish at like 2 PM.
Every chip got put in a bag. My shoebox felt like a slag. Still love popping a tag. Pockets full but my jeans don't sag. Chasing my goals, been dreaming of that. Fuck it, there's no ceiling in fact. Comfy here, I don't need to brag. Talk with no action, never been that. In this desert, I got me a gallon. Don't need me no water, I'm keeping it pattern. Last year taught me about balance. Hard work outweighs talent. You and my picture, not the same palette. Consistent with the habit. When you grind, eat, sleep, shit, and do it again, and it's valid.
Pre-season like I've been in the deep end. Don't need a reason to come back sharp. I see I'm a shooter without a shy. Deep acting blood FDL. Tell 'em boy guard up. Dams online like I know Mr. Park. Our streets forget. Ben Arthur come a long way from prayer. My car would start to get in the main with a starter. 3 course. She eating me after. Bad boy talking about good karma. I'm in the 0161. She got the Ricks on. I'm stepping in drama. Miss Independent. Me and you pending. Distro sign you. Make you a partner. Wish on a star what you mean I'm a. Wish on a star what you mean I'm a star now.
Back of the radar, season vet. This one here been in my nature.
32k done. I'm not sure if I was hitting the paces, to be fair. I think I was a little bit slower on some of them, on the workouts. I think I negative splitted it a little bit. The second one was actually better. But my Achilles started to feel a bit weird straight away, and I didn't want to push it like crazy, so yeah, is what it is. Got the workout done, 32k, longest run of the year so far. And that's like the 3rd big week. So yeah, got hopefully, if this chills out a little bit, another bigger week, or we might do my taper next week. Just make it a bit easier, get that recovery in, make sure it's all good to go, because realistically, especially if I'm not doing Tokyo, I don't need to rush it now. But I want to be ready just in case. So yeah, we'll see how that develops. Got to do that testing. And yeah, just another day, getting it done no matter the weather, brick by brick. So it's now Sunday, following Sunday from the long run that we filmed, and I mentioned my Achilles being bad. It got really bad, so couldn't walk the next day, so I've not ran all week. It's been pretty chilled, and I tried to run it today and it's not 100% yet. It's still not great, so that's not ideal, but it is what it is. We'll just work around it for a bit. Obviously went on the bike a little bit last week, and that's going to be the case for the next week, and hopefully try bring some like easy running back in and see how it feels. But yeah, so today we're going to film a leg session, and we're going to do what we can where it doesn't aggravate it, but also help strengthen it back up, or work on what's wrong with it in general week that caused it in the first place. So I'm going to take you through a running specific like leg session, and then go get a nice bath and sauna. So we need to do as much of that as possible. The reason that I'm box squatting rather than just squatting is more for protection from like going too low and using certain things. It helps build your strength. So we're looking at what's specific to running. It's not about hypertrophy or muscle building in this case. Obviously squatting has its place, but for me, I just found I needed to protect my knees, my lower back a little bit more. You get as much range of motion as you need to build the strength in the joints and load the muscle and load the bone. And yeah, that's the outcome, is what we want, is to get stronger for running and support ourselves through injuries and stuff like that. So. So I usually add in like these on my back days, so posterior days, so more strength focus, and 2 legs rather than single leg, because I missed that this week. We're getting single leg in. We're not getting single leg in, we're getting this where I want to get a little bit more heavier compound movement, and then we're going to move on to some machines and other stuff for the single leg stuff rather than just overcooking it. So also I haven't really done much on my legs all week, so. I like the dents on it sometimes. Yeah. So we're in Rebase in Marylebone, London. We're going to get some hot and cold contrasting. So this is like a little private suite, sick. Ice bath, sauna. They have one that's in infrared as well. Or they have like the members area, which I go to quite a lot. So I go here like 3 times a week. I have a membership. You get this included like in the like monthly, like you get a couple a month or whatever. But at the moment, obviously, I'm trying to get this inflammation down on my tendon. Contrast therapy, like where you restrict the blood flow and then bringing it back, is like the best way to get all the blood circulating, get everything moving, get the nutrition to where it needs to go, to help it repair. So when I damaged my tendon last time, my hamstring, this was like I was on it with this. So just trying to get some ice in. That one's like the coldest. We're gonna put the actual ice in there in a minute. I'm gonna get into sauna first. I'm gonna do 3 rounds, so 15 minutes, 2 minutes here, and then 15 minutes, 2 minutes here, and then like another maybe 10 minutes, and then finish on the sauna because it's quite late. So I don't want to do too much ice bath, and I want to be able to sleep tonight. So you finish on the sauna to sleep better. Ice bath's great in the morning, but you don't want to end on it when you've got to go to bed soon. And just like trying to get my heart rate down as low as possible in there, to regulate the nervous system in the sauna, and obviously just sweat out, get some water on, get the blood flowing, and then yeah, do a couple rounds of that. But this is like my favourite part of the day. This is like me time. So